Hi guys, and welcome to C Sharp tutorial of a calculator with a multi-display interface. So let me show you guys how this works. So if I click on the backspace, there we go. So let's assume we want to multiply 89 by 9, and suddenly you change your mind. Multiply by 2. There we go. And we can then use the plus minus, multiply that by 3 there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take you guys straight into C Sharp development environment, and we'll put one of these together. So let's do that now, guys. So I'm going to come in here and start a new project entirely. Let's click on create new project, and we select C Sharp. Make sure the C Sharp you're selecting is that of Windows Forms application right there. And give your project a name. I'm going to call it CS underscore calc YT2. And let's save that. Click on create. There we go. Now we need to just define the size of the interface. I'm going to close this and let's come right in here. I think that will do for the interface. Let's check that out. Come straight to the properties. Click on the properties. We want the width to be about 525, and the height I'm going to make that 788. There we go. Now come right here, see where we have start position, get that centered there. Now the next thing is I'm going to come straight to the toolbox. I then need a label, and I also need a button. Double click on the button, and I have a label and a button there. So both components, select both component, come straight to the properties again and just change the font size to something much more readable. I'm going to make that 26. There we go. Bring it down. Now let's select this label, come straight to the property again. Let's pin that down and come right here. You see where we have text. I'm going to get rid of the text. You see where we have a line. I'm going to get align it to the top right hand corner, and let's scroll straight to the auto size, make that false. Back color, I'm going to change the back color to white, and where we have border style, make sure that is none, and let's just drag it that much. There we go. Now I might as well just select it and copy it. Hold on to your control, click and drag. Now I've just copied it there. Now the very label right underneath, I'm going to change the name of that to LBL result, and the one right up there, I'm going to change that to LBL display there. Okay, the next thing is the width is 112. Let's come back in here and just select it all, click, drag, and repeat the same thing again, click and drag. Yeah, then I need one more. I need about 20 of those. Okay, so that will do. Yeah, that's good enough for me. Select all of the components and just push it down a little bit there. And I will select all of these buttons, come straight to the text of the button because it's the same button that I copied. Just delete that. There we go. And here, button number, this very button, I'm going to give it a number, call that 7. So once you click on 7, once you enter 7 for the very first one, all you need to do is to click on the next button and just type in 8, 9, plus subtract 6, 5, 4, 1, 2, 3, multiply, division, equals, decimal, and a 0 there. Okay, that's how easy that is. This very one, I'm going to change that to CE, and this one will be C. This very one here is going to be PM, that is supposed to be plus minus, while this will be backspace. So to get the properties or to get the image for those, I'm going to go straight into Word, open up Word, and I'll just copy those two symbols from Word. Okay, Microsoft Word is ready. I'm going to go to Insert, and in here select Symbol. And we'll select More, and right here what you need, the font you need is called Wingings. There we go, that's Wingings. Scroll right down, you should be able to see the backspace right there. There we go, that's the backspace I intend to use. Click on that. And the other one that I need is a plus minus. You can use any font for that, that's fine. Well, let's grab all of the plus minus. Just click on it and insert. There we go. I'm going to copy both components instead of coming back to Word again. Just copy them both. Now I can close Word. Don't save. And select, make sure the button is selected. Come right down here and just paste whatever you've copied. Now you will see two signs in there, the dot and the plus minus. This plus minus, I'm just going to cut that off and paste it right on the other one. Okay, let's come in here, select this one, and just enter the plus minus in there. So that one is fine. You see this one with the dots, the font is supposed to be Wingings. So let's come in here, change the font to Wingings. There we go. And there you get your backspace. Now the next thing is every single component or the buttons, we need to give them a name. So this one is going to be known as BTN BS backspace. So this is going to be BTN CE followed by BTNC, BTN plus minus. Just going to enter PM in there, BTN odd, BTN 9, BTN 8, BTN 7, BTN 4, BTN 5, BTN 6. I'm actually showing the whole process because of my new user who actually asked for this tutorial. Now BTN subtract, BTN multiply, BTN 3, BTN 2, BTN 1. Now BTN 0, BTN decimal, BTN equals, BTN division. There we go, that's it. All of the components now have has their own name. So the next thing we want to do is I'm going to select all of these numeric buttons and the decimal there. Now I want to use one single event for them. So come right here, you see where you have event in the property or on the property, click on that. And here the event you want to use is the click event. So let's give that a name. I'm going to call it number click. Press enter and you should be able to see the event for number click right there. Okay, now that the procedural area for the number click is ready, first of all I'm going to first create an object that I will call B, and B is going to be a button, and this button we have to send whatever value that I have. Now come right down here, let's use an if statement. We'll say if b.text, if that is equals, let's accept that. If that is equals decimal, then what we want the system to do is, let's use another if statement here. If it is not LBL result, dot text, accept that, and that if that does not contains, let's say dot contains the decimal, then result is going to be result. Let's copy this. So result equals result plus text. Right, so I'm going to get rid of this, and here I need to close that bracket there. All right, else result equals result plus whatever we have on the text. So let's come right down here and paste. And let's try that out. If it works correctly, I should be able to just click on the numbers, and there we go. Look at that. Okay, let's try the decimal as well. Try the decimal again. That's fine. It's working as we want. All right, that's good. Now let's select all of these operators. Come right back into the event area again. Now in here, I'm just going to call that OP click, operator click. There we go. Now with the OP click, I might as well just grab hold of this, my object again. Come right down here, paste it right there. Okay. But I do need to declare some variables before I move any further. I might as well take care of those variable declaration first. Now, right underneath partial class, I'm going to declare the following. Let's say double. The first one, I'm going to call it F. Okay, let's just call it first. First number, comma. Then we have second number, comma. And finally, the last one, I'm just going to call that answer. Then I will also declare a string character, OP. OP will be for the operators. So let's go back to my operator. So right inside this operator now, what we then want to do is I'm going to use an if statement again. So we can say if, let's say if LBL result, if LBL result is not equals 0, you must put a quote there because it's a string character. Okay, then LBL display dot text, that will be equals LBL result. And now we need to clear LBL results. Once that is clear, in that case, OP will be equals to B dot text, because the text does contains the operators plus, minus, division, and multiplication. All right, that is that taken care of. So if I run this now and click on any of the button, then select any of the operators, it should clear here. So let's say that multiply by, see that? Okay, so if I say multiply by that, then we need this to work as well. All right, so let's take care of the equals. Double click on equals. With the equals, I'm going to do one thing because I intend to solve whatever problem that might occur when you want to divide by 0. So let's say if LBL display the text, if that is equals, let's say cannot divide by 0. Okay, So what I want the system to then do is clear this. That's my first action there. Why am I doing this first? Because note anytime I click on this, click on any of the operators, it goes straight to the LBL display right there. So that's why I'm just checking to make sure it doesn't transfer this over there. Okay. Now, right underneath here, now I want to say as follows: if not string dot is null, should be is null or empty. If not string is null or empty, and I'm talking of LBL result, paste that in here, and let's close this first or collapse that, and that's how you enter your and. Repeat the same thing for the operator. Grab all of this, paste that in there, and that will be for if it's not operator. Then enter curly braces or statement block as is known. I'm now going to say the system should do as follows. So let's store the value in. Okay, first now is going to be equals to display. So this should be display really instead of results. So I'm going to grab all of this, just change that to that, and instead of that, let's change it to double because I actually declared double in there. All right, and second number, that is for the result, so I'm going to accept that straight away. As for the answer, let's say answer that to be equals nothing for now, 0. Okay, now let's use a switch statement, switch, and that is going to be for the OP, the operator. Press enter. So using switch statement, let's use case. The first case is the plus sign, and enter column in there. Then we say answer that will be equals whatever we have in here. So that's going to be first number, the 01, plus second number. There. And we also need to display the result into the result here. So you can paste that underneath here. That will be equals, we need to convert it back to string character. So when we converting, that is going to be whatever is the answer. So I can grab all of this and just paste it right underneath here. And this is meant to be convert dot to string. Let's say to string. There we go. And what are we converting? That's going to be the answer. Paste the answer right in there. Close that off. And come right down here. We need to actually add a break there. And this error here should disappear. See that? Enter semicolon. So that's the first one taken care of. I'm going to copy this and just use it for, just change the operators. So the next one is going to be the subtract. So subtract in here. That's why I copy both. and that is going to be multiplication, multiplication here, division, and division here. There we go. Now, in the case of division, it's not finished yet. We need to do one thing. Let's come right down here and use an if statement. If second number happens to be the value of 0, then we want the system to say as follows. That should be equals equals. So we want the system to display the following. So I'm going to say LBL results. That will be equals cannot display this. So grab hold of all of these and just paste it right in here. There we go. And once that is done, we also need to then clear the display to make sure it's not display on the display itself. So come right down here and just paste this underneath here. However, if the data enter happens to be numeric, I want this to happen, so I'm going to just say else, grab all of this and just dump it in here. There we go, guys. Okay, so let's have a look at that. So have a good look at it, the equal sign. So I'm going to try it out. Okay, so let's try that out now, guys. Click on run. So let's say 23 divided by 0. There, look at that. All right, so now let's try out other numbers. Let's say, or did I say plus or minus? Let's do that again. It's not ready yet. 89 plus 3. There we go. Multiply that by 4. There. Okay, minus. Divide by. Alright, so that's working fine. Okay, now let's come in here and take care of 1, 2, 3. Yeah, and 4. So I'm going to start with the backspace. Double click on the backspace. So with the backspace, all I just need to do is use an if statement. So if the length is greater than 0, I want you to do as follows. So let's say if LBL results text length greater than 0, I want as follows. And LBL.text equals LBL.text remove whatever we have inside LBL.text length. Okay, let's say plus minus 1. So that we actually deduct 1. Okay, so let's run it and see. Alright, backspace, backspace, backspace. See that? Alright, that is the lines of code for backspace. Easy. So let's go to clear. Double click on clear. With the clear, I'm going to create 2 variables, fs. Okay. With the fs, the f stands for first and the s stands for second. Copy that. And I'm going to clear whatever I have inside the result. Now, assign whatever value we have in here. Let's say convert dot to string. But what we have assigned in is going to be first number. And repeat the same thing for the second one. Second number. That would be S. and change this one to second number. There we go. All we then need to do is just clear both variables and this. Next is X. There we go. So I've just taken care of the clear entry. So let's take care of the reset. So I can just copy this. No, not the reset. Let's take care of the clear itself. So clear there, clear that, and change this one to display, and clear the display as well. So that should take care of that. So if I run it, I'm going to clear. There we go. All right, now let's see clear entry. Let's say 85 multiplied by 9. No, we don't want to multiply by 9, so we clear that. So we want to multiply by 2. There we go. Look at that. Right, that is fine. So that works. So finally, we need to take care of plus minus. With the plus minus, let's create a variable that I'm going to call P. I'll say P, that will be equals convert dot to double. And what are we converting to double? Let's say whatever we have in here inside the result. There we go. Now, in that case, result get rid of this. There should be just one. Result will be equals, this should have been P. Okay. Result will be equals, we need to convert that to string character. So let's say convert dot to string. And what am I converting to string? That's going to be P. Let's say multiply that by -1. So whatever value you have in here is multiplied by -1. Okay, that's how the plus minus works. So let's run that. So 98 plus minus multiplied by 9. There, you owe more. Clear. Let's say 96 plus minus, let's add 97 to it. The answer should be 1. There we go. Look at that. Okay, guys, and that is how you create your own calculator that uses multiple display interface in C#. So with that, guys, I'm gonna call it the end of this tutorial, but just before I go, let me show you guys the lines of code again. Take it from the top. Variables declared, the equals, there we go, and backspace, clear entry, clear, plus minus, that is the number click events that was used, and the next one here, that's for the operators, and that's all there is to it. So I'm going to run it, multiply by 2.3. There we go. So with that, guys, I'm going to call it the end of this beautiful tutorial. I suppose you guys enjoy it, and please do subscribe to my channel, and you can also join to become a member of the channel. You all have a nice day now, and bye for now.